Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gamer Guardians podcast. Yeah, I forget. I'm still getting
Damn.
used to the
Fuck
name
your
too.
own name up. How?
This is the Gamer Guardian podcast. I'm your host, Danny Martinez, the Drunken Guardian, and today we finally have our full house back. So we got Boneless Bones, Kevin. Say hi.
What the fuck is up, guys? Boneless Bones back at it again in a healthier mindset, and I'm glad to be back. Hey, guys.
Randy the Ragnarok.
Hello. I have Yu-Gi-Oh blasting in my ear.
Yeah.
Nice. Your move. And then Danny, the Sober Guardian.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
They're always enthusiastic. This is episode 79 of the podcast. We don't have a lot of news today, but we do have stuff to talk about today. The first things first, Cyberpunk 2077, they finally released the upgraded version for the PS5 and Xbox Series X version. So everybody's been playing that now, giving it a try. Same thing with me. I think Danny played a little bit too. It's actually running super smooth. So if anybody has a PS5 or Xbox Series X, give the upgrade a chance because they also have some patches as well to fix up a lot of shit. From my experience, I started over the game immediately, like just from the start, and made a new character because I wanted to see from beginning to where I left off how bad it was or how good it's gotten, and fucking smooth as butter. There were like little clipping glitches here and there, but that's expected in any game, so that wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't something that like took me out of the game. So that shit was great, man. Like I'm looking forward to playing it more in the future. Danny, what'd you think about it?
I think it's too little too late on what it should have done, type of thing. I think they're going to try to redeem themselves. It's a fun game, and everybody who's.
Do you think it's worth getting now, though? Now that it's like fucking, it's practically like $5 on sale everywhere.
For that price, then yeah.
Yeah.
Then I think it's worth getting it. If you're going to get the super low discounted price. Paying full price? No, I don't think so. Only because I don't know. I feel like it should have been there a long time ago. Like if the game got released today, let's say it just came out today after the big pushback, and everybody would it would have made way more money, obviously. And that's kind of like a hindsight where they can't do anything about. But I just feel like I feel bad for them a little bit. It was a fun game.
Financially, they're good. Financially, they're good. Their reputation, not so much.
They made their money back.
Yeah.
They made their money back. It's not like everybody pulled the pre-orders and shit. But
so, guys, I know the other two, you guys don't have the new generation ones yet, but would you be willing to give it a try again with the new patches and stuff?
Honestly, I would say yes personally, because it does seem like they added a lot of like different quality of life things that were much fucking needed. I was on the same boat as the too little too late thing up until the whole sale was mentioned, because to pay full price for something that they should have fixed quite a while ago, that wouldn't have seemed very fair. But yeah, I mean, if it's good now and it's for cheap, then fucking why not?
Yeah, being in for cheap, I think is really like the case. How it's gonna sell a little more, and then maybe later they can do expansions once everybody's has it fixed. Because the game is a great game. It's a fun game. It's a great concept, and once you get into that world, into the story, it's a good story too. Once you get into it, it's really great. It's really well done.
Good RPG.
Sad. It's a great RPG. It's just sad. The weapons are fun. A lot of cool, unique weapons. Kind of like not quite like a Borderlands, but close.
I think the most unique weapon in the game though was the purple dildo, right?
Yeah. That's my favorite.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Of course, you'd remember something like that.
Of course I would, dude. First off, mentioned this was quite a while ago, but like when they had initially announced the game and they're like, "Oh, we have a penis slider, so you could change the size of your dick." I'm like, first off, Saints Row the Third did that first with sex appeal, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I still think that's very strange and uncalled for almost.
I mean, I don't feel like it's very conducive for a game like Cyberpunk, but in a game like Saints Row where it's very satirical and it's literally called sex appeal and it either changes the size of your junk or your breasts, that's pretty fucking funny.
But again, if it, I don't know, again, I don't know what I was saying so, but if it had something to do with your character, like, oh God, like you can, if there's a scene where you have sex and she's really satisfied because it's bigger or whatever, then it makes sense. Fine.
Or if it was like your charisma, the bigger your dick, the more charisma you have.
Okay, fine, yeah, exactly, 100%. Like
Like stat check. How
if
many
they
inches?
did that, something like that, then it'd be fine. Otherwise, it really is. It's just like a weird cosmetic thing that you can't see at all. Maybe the one scene where I don't even know.
I'm sure there's like shower scenes and shit that you have to see.
But
I mean,
again, and like,
wasn't there like a glitch
why?
before where
Yeah,
your pants would just
yeah.
come off?
Say what?
And again,
I
like
said,
I
wasn't
said,
there a glitch where like your pants would just come off like out of nowhere and like it would just flop around?
I don't know. I don't remember that. Kevin, what about
I'm
you?
pretty
Did
sure that was
you
the thing.
did you say anything about it?
To be honest, I wasn't interested in Cyberpunk before,
Mm-hmm.
and like the whole like the honestly, no, I didn't
You
find
still
the game
not then?
interesting. Yeah, I'm still not, and it's not. I'm gonna shit on the game because now we can't use that the horses. We can't use that as a dead horse to beat anymore. So
of course you can, because there's
Of course you can, yeah.
yeah, no, I know, but it's just like now the game is gonna be it's good, like it's playable. So it's like what else can we shit on? It's like
Well, but like Danny said, it's an example of something that they shouldn't have done, and we could always mention it for all time now.
no, but I was saying like prior
Yeah.
to like the game being announced, I didn't care for the game. Like it looked
Because
cool.
honestly, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
the Witcher had the same problem. Almost the same exact problem. And because it wasn't a game that was hyped as much, nobody really paid it as much mind. But this is not the first time they've dealt with this. I think this is the first time they've done one on a much larger national type of thing, where like everybody wanted to play the game, where The Witcher was just strictly fan based and RPG based. People were fans of that. But it was the same like then. The game didn't become what The Witcher was, Witcher 3 especially, until like a year later after the game came out, because of so many game breaking patches. That, and granted, it wasn't as bad as the Cyberpunk. I think that has to be the worst in history I've seen so far. But
so you're not gonna talk about ET?
We don't talk about ET.
We don't talk about ET.
ET is different, but
well, I mean, ET, they were
ET
forced to make that game in like 3 months versus Cyberpunk had like what 5 years,
yeah,
and it was still fucking.
and it was still fucked up.
And ET was made to be what it was. You know what I mean? It was made to be a bad game because it had so short time. So it played the way they wanted it to.
Okay,
like,
but
it technically did.
I got you right now. So if you actually look at it, the creator of ET at the time was a little boy, right? And he was like, I was about to spin this whole narrative to be like he made the company that he did now to redeem ET by making Cyberpunk 2077.
Only to fail.
Only to fail again. He was like, his dad did it, so he did it, and he's like, damn. So this is what regret feels like.
It's a family curse.
It's a family curse. It's hereditary.
Oh god.
Senor McMuffin says E.T. was a prime example of trying to catch a fad and falling in so many ways. I guess it was a fad because they were just trying to.
Video games first started, no?
Huh?
Isn't that like around like the first video games that came out?
Yeah, but what the fad, I guess what he's saying is the fad was that they were just trying to make games just constantly, especially based off movies, like whatever the popularity was. Batman at the time.
Oh god. Jesus, yeah, especially
Death Race was another one. Like they just kept on making all these video game movies, and they were just like, oh, we need to jump on this because the holidays are coming up, so can you make ET in like 3 months? And the guy's like, I guess so, I will try. And he fucking just came up with what he came up with, and they just okayed it because they figured the name alone was gonna sell properly, or it was gonna bring the sales, and it fucking crashed the whole market.
Sorry for that.
I still find the concept of it bombed so bad they decided to bury them in a desert.
Yeah,
and
there's a ditch. Yep.
Yeah, they literally made a ditch because they had too many they couldn't sell instead of holding on to it. And
do you think?
And
You
fun,
don't know, it's
and
just
the
weird.
ironic thing is that those cartridges, as bad as the game was, are probably worth thousands of dollars now.
So
If
are
not
we gonna go
more,
on a scavenger hunt or what's up?
But what if it's in like Area 51 and ET's actually like protecting the game? Then it's
So
a
we
whole
Naruto run into Area
so
51.
ET's the final boss in Area 51.
yeah.
Yes. Raid boss ET.
The raid boss is ET.
His health is 9 million, and we only do 1 damage.
And then all he does is this, and he heals right
Oh
back
no, it's instead of Savior Sephiroth, it's Savior ET.
oh my god,
with wings and everything.
Of course.
bro. I'm not even gonna jack it. What if he does like the summons the meteor? We're fucking. I'm not taking that. I'm not a tank.
But you build different.
My build different, but that's a meteor, regardless of the fact that's doing 99k damage, and I only have like 1 HP because running drains my HP after 30 seconds.
No sprinting for boneless bones.
Exactly, he commutes.
All right, so yeah, so there's that. Fuck. The next thing that we wanted to talk about, or an actual article, a big thing that's going on is, again, just we're talking about fads actually, so it kind of fits this article, is the fad of making fucking video game movies and TV shows. So now Bioshock is coming out with a new movie. There's a bunch of articles from everyone. The one that I'm reading here is from IGN. They're partnering up with 2K and Take-Two Interactive on the live action adaptation of the Bioshock games. So I assume the first game first, or maybe it's a prequel. Who knows? I would like to see like a Rapture prequel to like the downfall of Rapture and stuff, and then it leads up to like the main character.
Like the book? Isn't there a book?
I have no idea. I didn't know there were books. Really?
I think there is a Bioshock Fall of Rapture, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah, they would have to make that, I think, into. Where the fuck is it? I gotta find it. I know I have it for sure. Oh no, it's called Bioshock Rapture. There we go.
Okay.
That I have it. I have it. But yeah.
Well, I know a lot of us, we've talked about at least every other week or at least once a month, we've talked about a new movie or TV show now, and for the most part, we're all cautiously optimistic about it. We don't have too much faith in it. But what do you guys think of this one now? Is this something that you would like? Because like everyone loves the fucking games.
Cautiously optimistic is the right phrase for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
I feel like story-wise, I would look forward to it. I would like it because it's a nice dark story that I guess could be done right cinematically for a movie. I'm worried more about how they're gonna show Powers and Big Daddy, because movies aren't very good sometimes with, like, especially with new franchises. CGI is fucking atrocious all the time. So that's what worries me, is like costumes and CGI.
Oh my god! All right. From when I was reading I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was listening to the article. I heard I am frozen again. Am I not?
We can hear you. You're good.
Yeah, sorry. So from what I was listening from the article is that like they're gonna use like the inspiration from the first game, and then they're gonna drift off somewhere else. So I'm like, it's not gonna follow the second game like directly, or
the second was a prequel. Wasn't
the second one, that's the thing. Yeah, they couldn't follow. They couldn't follow it exactly because the second one was a prequel and it was with a different character.
So
the third one was in
Proto Big Daddy.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of it, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be as nice. But every tie-in from a video game to movie does not do well necessarily. Just like I'm still waiting for them, and I know I made a joke about this maybe a while back. I'm still waiting for the Hungry Hippo game.
I'm still waiting for the Tetris. I'm still waiting for the Tetris movie.
Exactly.
I still need the Street Fighter the movie, the movie.
Guile is, Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile will forever be my movie.
Oh shit!
Akuma not
oh
being
no!
in the
It
movie.
could be full circle. Jean-Claude Van Damme comes back as M. Bison.
Oh,
God.
Psycho Crusher.
Psycho Crusher.
But yeah, like it. I'm not looking forward to it because Resident Evil bombed, and we were
A bit more
cautious.
optimistic about that
we're
one.
we're
Wait,
we're
wait,
optimistic about the
I
Resident
was
Evil.
kind of looking forward to that.
Did anybody actually see that yet?
Yeah,
No,
it was.
but I saw
Yeah,
the
yeah,
review.
I did.
I'm sorry,
I
see
did.
what?
The Resident Evil movie.
No. No.
Yeah, I did. I did. It was. Boy, was that a ride!
It was a ride, but it was fun. It was a
It-
fun ride.
it-
For a fan, it was a fun ride because they had a lot of. It was if it came out first. If this came out first, and ignore the CGI or
Mhm.
the not the bad acting, but the bad cast, I should say. But
Yeah.
if this
A lot of
came out
conditions to kind of go
first,
through, though.
no, not really. But if it came out before the other Resident Evil movie, we would all be pleasantly happy. We would all be really happy, I think. Because they were really true to the original storyline. They did a great job at keeping track to the story. They had a lot of fun little tidbits, like the way he had the map in his hand as he was,
Yeah.
as he was walking down, like little, the shot, obviously, of the way he looked.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
Can I mention another title that they fucked up and it was atrocious? Monster Hunter, and it was
Well,
also
yes,
made.
I understand that. No, I understand that. I'm not saying that it was the best movie in the world, but I do think they were on a better trail than what they have been.
Yeah.
Because whoever was the art director on this, or the
They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
The zombies, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
It looked exactly like the game. Whoever built the mansion set looked exactly like the mansion in the game. The police station, everything.
The thing is,
exactly like
the thing is the argument. The argument is not that they should never make video game movies. They just still have to do it right, because things like the Resident Evil movie, the new one, like from what I hear, because I said I didn't watch it, but like people are praising it because of how faithful it was to the game. So if the other old Mila Jovovich movies didn't come out, this would probably stand on its own as a fairly decent Resident Evil thing. Whereas like Monster Hunter, for example, it was awful. Unfaithful. It was unfaithful, and it was a movie where they could have done either a TV show, or they could have played it more like Avatar. Like they focus more on the tribes. No, not Airbender. Avatar, the blue people. You know how like most of the movie they did a lot of world building. They focus a lot on the tribes. They focus a lot on the animal life and the plant life and how everything worked. It's like they could have focused on that either as a series or a movie. I don't care. But they didn't do that. They just it was a cliche story, and then they just threw monsters in it and called it a day.
Yeah, I can wholeheartedly agree that the new Resident Evil movie is better than the series that they came out on Netflix by a margin,
and better than the original movie
and better than the original.
By a large margin.
Yeah, by a large margin. The original movie is completely. It's so out of the box thinking, and it's not good. It's like they should have put it back in the box, close the box up, staple it, and then send it somewhere else, because it's
buried in the ocean.
Because it was
buried in the desert.
Like, it had Resident Evil as a name, but it doesn't have nothing to do with actual Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's and the movie was the way the movie the new movie looked, and the cinematography and all that stuff. I was like, what the fuck? Why is this movie? It's not bad. It's just not. It's faithful to the game, and I was like, that's what I enjoyed about it, because I learned things that I didn't learn watching the movie. And I was like, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the most faithful Resident Evil fan. I know characters, but I haven't played every game, and it gave me enough information that I can still enjoy the movie without knowing the entire lore of the game. You know what I mean? And if you're not a fan of it, I recommend you watch the movie. It's not going to be it's not the greatest movie you're going to watch, but it is going to get you into the Resident Evil series.
Like the perfect shot of that first zombie.
Oh my God.
Turns his head. They did a great job. It looked like it was right out of a video game. Perfect shot. The parts that again of this movie that were horrible was the cast.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck they decided or why they decided to cast a bunch of actors
Well,
who
the
did not
guy,
know how to act.
the director had already he tried really hard to defend the whole casting decision. Like he was just saying, "Oh, it's not about how they look; it's just about how their
Again, yeah,
personality and character and how they
yeah.
But
can show the embodiment of the actual
no,
characters from the games." And from what I'm hearing, it's just like no, it was still wrong.
No,
It was a wrong choice.
nothing. Yeah, had nothing to do with it. It was a bunch of actors that did not know how to act, except for the main Claire girl. She was the only
Hmm.
one who was good. It was true to the character. She was great. Everybody else was fucking
and
horrible.
and I don't understand. And that was the issue that I had with the cast, and it was not because that they don't look faithful to the characters.
Because they
It was
look
that
just like them,
they,
except
they
for Jill. But
yeah,
everybody looks just like them.
yeah,
Because even Jill didn't really look have the
they,
costume.
they-
Didn't really quite match
yeah.
it. But what's his name? The Indian dude. He still looked like fucking
Leon.
Leon.
Leon. Just
Yeah.
if you were to put a paper bag on his head, you think that was Leon.
he he kind of he kind of reminded me when I was watching him of the Pinocchio trailer. And I was just,
Oh no.
What was it that he said? What was it he
He's
said?
such a pedo. I want to be a real boy.
he's like
I want to be a
he's
real
he's
A
like,
boy.
real
Dad, when can I
boy.
leave? I
When
want to
can I
explore the world myself. I
leave?
was like, whoa. Like it was like he looks like Pinocchio, but once you hear his voice, immediately just takes you
That
out of it.
shit,
You're just like, no.
that thing was all over TikTok. For those people who haven't seen the video, look up it's called Pinocchio: The True Story, I believe it is,
Or you could just look up
or A
Dad,
True
when can I leave?
Story, or just look at,
Look
and
it
it's
up.
basically Ragnarok. Yeah, you said right there, yassification of Pinocchio because. And mind you, it's Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore is the voice of Pinocchio.
No.
Yes.
Is it?
So that's
Yes.
why it sounds like that.
But
But it
no.
just came
Yes.
out so weird, like
Oh, my heart.
unexpected, so
I'm sorry. No,
unexpected.
hold on. That does not sound like Pauly
It's
Shore.
It
it's
is
Oh
Pauly
no.
Shore.
100%
It's
Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore.
That
I looked it up.
hurts.
And I looked it up.
Because
Like,
I ran into another TikTok video of him reacting to the reaction the people having with that trailer.
that it
My
was like,
heart.
and that's why I was like, watching the movie, I was just like immediately like I watched it and I was just like, I'm not gonna expect the worst, but I'm not gonna expect the
What are we
best.
talking
And
about now?
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
No, Pinocchio still.
No. We were talking about Pinocchio. We can get back to that, but it was just
No.
like when the actors started acting per se, it kind of just like immediately it took me out of the story. But then when Claire was talking, I was like, oh, I'm invested again. Like it's like
Mm.
only
Claire,
specific characters got me back into the story.
You couldn't
Claire
wait
was
for them to
perfect.
show up in
Yeah,
the scene.
yeah.
Yeah, Claire was perfect. Every time you knew Leon was on the side, you were like, "Fuck, she's bad." I mean, he's bad, and what they're doing, and this makes no sense, and it's completely not of the character. It's just written completely wrong.
Yeah.
Wesker was like, all I keep seeing is the fucking guy from Umbrella Academy now. So I picture him as good guy, as a nice guy. So I can't take this guy too seriously. And why is he 9 feet fucking tall? Like, he's so fucking big,
Wesker was always a big dude though.
But not like that. They were
Not
all kind of even. They were all kind of even. He was big, but he wasn't fucking like a giant. This guy's fucking.
bro,
You look at that
bro.
guy.
I was put
And then
off when
having
you
next to
told me
fucking
that Wesker had or not Wesker, but Jill had a love interest thing with Wesker.
yeah.
And I was just
And
like,
she was Puerto.
okay, you're trying to be so faithful to the material and you want to pull that shit?
Wait, Jill was in love with.
Why they
I didn't
made her
know that.
Puerto Rican?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
it. There's a part where he goes, Jill, they literally said Jill's in love with Wesker. I think they literally said that. It wasn't even like a tidbit or anything like that, and that's why she kept protecting him and went with him and everything, all that bullshit. And
Okay.
why it was, she was the one who shot him at the end because it felt like, whatever. It was
Hey,
bad.
I wonder
Yeah.
if it was because it was more of a blow to her when she found out that like he's the bad guy. Is that
That's what it's supposed to be.
what they
That's
were
what it was
aiming
to be,
for?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to aim for. But the problem was that he never actually did anything really that bad. The fucking place was ending, and he's trying to get a vial and the T virus, and that's pretty much it. It was like, what? You're just gonna leave us? And it's like, yeah, bitch, there's fucking zombies everywhere. Of course I'm fucking leaving.
Let me be rational and leave the building.
Yeah. You come with. I never said you can't come. Follow, come on.
And the exit fits everyone. Let's get
Everybody,
out of here.
everybody, yeah, exactly. Everybody can come out. Go fuck. Like there was no actual reason why what he was doing was betraying them, quote unquote. So, and the only reason it had that is because he did it in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
so it was just again bad.
If anyone's tuning in, welcome to Spoiler Fest of Resident Evil, the movie.
So the absolute masterpiece.
Yes, the absolute masterpiece. You're ruining the whole movie for everyone. Yeah, sure.
While you're at it, you should also play.
Everybody knows that, but again,
well, yeah, there's reviews. There are reviews everywhere. I'm being sarcastic. Back to Bioshock. With
so
Bioshock,
my opinion,
though,
Bioshock, nobody got mine. Is I do not think it's going to be the problem with making a video. The biggest problem of making a video game into a movie is the same problem that most people have with making a book into a movie.
Isn't it like
a
vice
game?
Versa as well? Like you can't make a good. I don't know if there's a good video game of a movie or a movie.
No, you know what the thing is that there is a ton of good movies out there that are based off of books, but it's almost like you can't do the same thing with a video.
You could never quite like so the biggest, some of the biggest ones, Hunger Games, people love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Lord of the Rings, things like that. Like they're great, but the thing that you have to do with those is you have to turn them into 5 fucking parts in order for them to actually be good.
You know, you have to have the patience to consider it as a franchise and not just like fit everything into 2 hours or not even an hour and a half.
Exactly. So chances are good that Bioshock is not gonna, or because you have to go into the notion that this is gonna be a franchise, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to know that you're gonna have part 1 to 4, whatever it is, if not more. If not, then you're gonna get what happens a lot, where they tried to shove 10 pounds of shit into a 5-pound bag type of thing, and that's the horrible thing about making a lot of. They learned their, I think they learned the lesson a little more, but making movies out of books, the movie industry, why they extended them, because there used to be all the time where they would try to make a movie into a book and be like, fuck no, they took this out, they took this great part out, they took all this out.
Yeah.
You know.
There's all these. It's mostly the restrictions on like that fucking. I don't know who made this rule, but like everyone's always saying Hollywood's trying to keep movies an hour and a half, and Marvel has been pushing that. Marvel has been doing 2-3 hour movies. For example, Batman. When Batman comes out, that's going to be a full 3-hour movie, not including credits and everything. So like, finally, they're pushing that envelope on the time thing in order for you to invest more into characters in the story and stuff.
Well,
I would think they do that. They should do that more with video games, right?
Well, it's not just pushing the envelope. It's the concept of you have to. If you're gonna do a 3-hour movie, then all 3 hours have to be worth contact-worthy crap. You can't have a guy just standing at somebody for 10 minutes.
Just mindless action and bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have something. And that's why they cut them out. So if you're doing an all-action movie can only be an hour and 20 minutes. You know, that 122 is the 125, something like that is the sweet spot they like to get to, right? Sorry, 90 minutes. I apologize, 90 minutes for action movies.
So you would say it's a better idea if they go through with this Bioshock live action movie that there should be a part 2 to continue the story in order for you to be more invested in it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, if you kind of, I think no. I think yes, you would have to go into the notion of knowing I want to make a giant franchise out of this. The only way it could be good, right? It's not going to happen. And because it's not going to happen, I have no faith at all in this, right?
I don't.
If they said that this was going to be a series like The Last of Us is doing, 100% faith, because you can do so much. You can draw. You know, you get 10 hours worth of story content. You know, at a minimum, whatever. Even if you make it 4 or 5 hours, you still, you know, like I think a lot of the Marvel series are only like 7 or 8 episodes because their runtime's only like an hour, 4 hours or something like that, maybe 4.5.
Well,
which is great.
Senor McMuffin, like he was saying before, let me look at this here. He says I think a miniseries should be. Sorry, that's what I said. He says if they do it right, they have lots of material for a miniseries. And then I pretty much said that video games in general, like all video game movies, shouldn't be movies at all. They should be miniseries because it gives you more time to develop that stuff.
And that's what I was trying to say, is that you need to make them into miniseries. They need to get into that notion of making these into miniseries because there is so much content when you play a game. Games aren't meant to, I mean, yeah, of course, there's seafood and shit like that. You can make a fucking video game out of that, but like you couldn't do Final Fantasy. That's my shot, whatever. But you couldn't do that in 2 hours. It's just not realistic. There's too much actual content that's there. And the same thing for Bioshock. Bioshock was a rich story of you going, yes, lots of action and shit going on, but there's all types of crazy shit happening, all types of world building scenes and things that are happening that you would have to tell this would be much better told on a miniseries. Like you can much better tell this beautiful world and have all the characters, because then you'll have, the big daddy characters, little girl characters, whatever the things are called. The crazy fucking doctor guy who ends up the main bad guy, but him like you have all this being told at the same time, or within different variations, and it be able to be like a seamless story. But it being a 2-hour thing, they're just gonna shove so much of trying to put so much video game fucking things into it that you're gonna be like, oh, this is bad again.
So the way that I see it, like I'm cautiously optimistic about all this. So like the way that I know they're gonna fuck this up, and I feel like what they're gonna do is that they're gonna fit as much as they can in like an hour 20 minutes of all the story and the lore of Bioshock and Rapture and stuff, and then in the last end, they're gonna hint and kind of like tease the whole multiversal stuff that they did in Bioshock Infinite. How much you want to bet that they're going to try to introduce Bioshock straight into Bioshock Infinite at that point?
I don't know. I mean, again, they might be testing the water in this whole Bioshock thing to begin with. Mm-hmm. Well, we know, just to see if it works. And then if it does, then they might do something. But I don't know. I don't think it's really going to succeed. I don't think they have a good. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they do have a plan that, but I think it's going to bomb. I think people are going to have way too much high expectations because it is Bioshock, and then it's just not appease them the way they want.
Mm-hmm. So Randy and Kevin, what about you guys before we finish up on that?
Oh, when I said cautiously optimistic, that was my opinion. I'm not too thrilled, but I'll see how it goes. That one I'll still watch just because it's Bioshock.
I think us as hardcore gamers will all watch those movies regardless, because you guys still watch Monster Hunter.
I watched Monster Hunter and take the piss out of it because I knew that one was gonna be fucking terrible.
Right.
I watched the movie,
but I wanted to see it if it was maybe a good action movie, and it has some fun karate scenes in it.
It did.
Again, it should just not been called Monster Hunter. It should just been another Mila whatever movie.
However you pronounce your name.
Mila Cootie.
Mila Jovovich.
Her next movie, Mila Jovovich movie.
It should have just been Jovovich, the monster hunting series.
No, nothing to do with Monster Hunter. Just call it, I don't know, give it a weird fucking name. Just
Resident Evil Alice.
Resident Evil Mila.
Yeah. And that's the sad part, is that those fucking Resident Evil movies are their own movies itself. It has nothing to do with any
before we get into Resident Evil again, like Kevin, Randy, I know you didn't say too much. I don't know if you want to say anything else before.
Oh no, fucking by all means.
That was it, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know jack about it, and the reason I say jack is because I was drinking jack.
What is that? I can't see it. The closer you're not helping.
No, the further you held it, the better.
Is this good?
Is that Jack?
What is that? No, it's Jack. I swear.
Oh, is that bourbon? Whiskey?
Kewski.
It's Bribbon.
Bribbon.
It's Bribbon. It's bold and decent. That's what the bottle says.
By the way, if you notice, I got a bottle of Jameson Black Barrel. That's what I've been drinking.
Are you taking shots?
This is fucking delicious, man.
Hey, yo, we taking shots?
Taking shots. Well, I
Bro.
have a separate bottle for shots because I need to finish this. So
Mezcal?
this is spice like a bargain bin spice rum that I had bought. It's actually really good.
Ooh.
So don't knock on bargain bin.
You could take your chances.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's got to as long as it's not in a plastic bottle, you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like the best thing to kind of go by.
Wait, but all these shots were in a plastic bottle. Is that bad?
No, the tiny ones are a different
The
story.
mini,
Yeah,
I mean,
tiny ones
like,
are different.
If it's like a whole like 750 in a plastic bottle or like a liter in a plastic bottle, just don't.
I know exactly what we could say. We can all agree on this. When you see that in that bin, just look at it and say
no means no.
There you go.
Basically,
You were trying to find some way to work that shit in there.
Oh man, I was loving it. I was waiting for Randy to finish, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
I should have kept going.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it with the Bioshock news. So, I mean, I wish them luck. We'll see how that goes. I was clearly, we're all gonna watch it regardless, and we'll definitely pull no punches if it's bad.
Especially Netflix.
Especially Netflix, because Netflix is hit or miss with some things with content.
Netflix is. I feel like it's more missed than it is hit personally.
What?
I would say that with animes.
What?
Anime, like the anime, like live action movie stuff. Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's completely miss.
That's not true. I like
Full Metal. I like Bleach.
I didn't like I didn't
Bleach
like
was
any.
good.
I didn't like
I
any of those.
I love Bleach. Bleach is actually really good.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I didn't like.
And they didn't try to put the whole fucking story in and end the goddamn thing in one movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah, but it was
I appreciated
It
that.
was
I
just
did
the first
appreciate that.
It was the first 2 episodes or whatever. 3
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah. No, it was the first. It was to when Ichigo fights Byakuya and Renji. That's like
So the first season, I think.
That's
Probably the first season.
Yeah.
In the Full Metal Alchemist, it was just the first like episode or two. First episode. Yeah, one after because they fight that church guy in like the first episode. I think it is.
I saw
it's the
something.
first
I saw something on Twitter that might not scare us, but might keep us. It's just to be. It's probably a conspiracy, but that they announced that the 20th anniversary for Full Metal's come out, and there was a live action Scar that they showed, like with a hoodie, and you see the mark on his forehead and the tattoos. And I was like, if they come out with
cool.
I could see that, and it like Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, what do you mean? It's like Japanese localized? It would be?
No, it was just a poster, and it was just a poster, and it just showed Full Metal Alchemist instead of 20th anniversary, but then it showed Scar, and it was like a live action. It was like an actual person. And
no,
it was
but
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're teasing it, so you think it'll be like like a localized,
a localized Full Metal live action movie, which I'm okay with it because I love Full Metal. But I gotta take a shot because I'm talking about anime. Hold on.
Wait, do we agree on that?
Yeah, it was a rule that we agreed on. It was what it was.
Anime does not agree with this.
No, it was anime.
I thought it was just fighting games and Persona.
Persona. No, because Randy added anime. Because we got into a whole anime tangent.
Yeah.
And that was my fault. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Okay. So before we go into more tangents, we'll finish up with the final gaming beatdown. So we finally have a full house here. We got everybody here, so now we can debate on it. We did skip it last week since we only had me and Danny. We talked about Sifu last week for the most part and what we looked forward to game-wise. Actually, I want to hear from you guys. Like, what are you guys looking for? Like, just Randy and Kevin. What are you guys looking forward to game-wise that's coming out? Because we had Sifu come out. We have Elden Ring coming out in a week. We have Horizon coming out tomorrow, and then of course we have other things coming out in about a month or so, like Ghostwire Tokyo and stuff. So what are you guys looking forward to?
I just wanted to mention this. This is not game related, but it actually is game related. It's Uncharted comes out today.
Oh, the movie?
The movie comes out tomorrow.
I gotta see that. Yeah.
Gaming wise, I'm looking forward to Kirby, Sonic. There's not a lot of games the new Mario Kart expansion. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, wasn't it like 42 tracks or some shit like that?
Yep, and we're gonna have content to 2023 when they release Mario Party 8 Deluxe Edition when it just gets like 17 more new maps. But I'm looking forward to that. and it's hard to remember all these games that are coming out. But as of right now, it's definitely Kirby because he swallowed the car, and I still find that hilarious.
Yeah.
And the Sonic game that they didn't show anything for, but I'm looking forward to it like wholeheartedly. Elden Ring, I'm gonna play regardless.
Oh, you plan on playing that one?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna play Elden Ring.
Yeah, I'm hoping. What day that come out?
Elden Ring
So,
comes
I'm
out the
hoping Danny-
24th or 5th or 6th.
Is it also
It's
on
next week. It's sometime next week.
Is it also on P4?
Yes.
No, right? Okay, so I'm
It
definitely
is.
gonna play. I'll buy it digitally just so I can play it on P5 when I get mine.
Mm.
But I have like right now my backlog it grew a couple hours. So I was excited for Dying Light 2. I didn't even know Dying Light 2 was coming out, but they pushed the date out so far, so close. And there was another game that's coming out soon. Oh, and Fire Emblem.
I didn't know you liked that game.
Yeah, I love Fire Emblem. Favorite character.
Warriors?
Yeah, Warriors 2 is coming out with the three houses.
Huh.
I don't. Yeah, so they did that. Wii Sports as well. I was watching the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, this shit. I can't beat up Mike. Oh, because I wanted to talk about this in the last podcast. It wasn't Mike. It was Matt. It was like the dark skinned guy with the bald head, and he has like a goatee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I wanted to beat him up. And
The final boss of Wii Sports.
Yeah, he's always in boxing, and in basketball, he's just ruthless. So, but those are the games I'm looking forward to that are coming out. Most likely they're gonna announce more, but yeah. Oh yeah, maybe Splatoon 3, but I've never played it, so I might jump on that.
Weren't they like introducing humans in Splatoon 3 or something?
Yeah.
Or was it just story-wise they were doing that? Because I know Splatoon takes place in like a post-apocalyptic world, and like the squids kind of took over everything because they evolved. But I heard they were introducing humans.
I don't know anything about that because I've never played Splatoon, but I'll definitely let you know when I play it.
Okay. So Randy, what about you?
I haven't really been following any games that are coming out or anything, but apparently there's a whole Assassin's Creed thing with just Ezio. That I wasn't aware of.
The Ezio collection.
Ezio collection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the ones that I did play. So I would probably get that.
I was actually supposed to review that. I got approached to reviewing that 2 days ago, and I told them no because I had fucking 3 exams that I had to do this past Tuesday, so I could not review it. So
do you want to?
I missed out. I missed out.
He's like, do you want to fail your exam or
right?
You can play the Ezio collection for free. Just common sense, man.
I chose to be responsible.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're playing it. You're playing it right now, right on Switch,
right under my desk.
Wait, Sober, did you? I know this is like a little bit off topic, but did you get the Kingdom Hearts collection?
No, I wasn't. I'm going to.
Okay.
I forgot that it's only on. I went on a trip and I brought my Wii, but that game you're going to play on.
Your Wii.
Yeah. You know what I mean. The Game Boy, bro.
He brought his Wii.
My
and his
Game Boy.
Switch. Yeah, his Game Boy. Yeah. His Nintendo, just like every Spanish parent knows for it to be his Nintendo.
I brought my Nintendo, but I only played it for a while because I bought it. I did buy it. I have it. I just haven't played it yet. You know.
Okay.
I
bought all $79 worth of it. I'm probably gonna play the one.
Randy, I'm surprised. I mean, I know you don't keep up with. I know you don't really care so much about more of the mainstream stuff, but I'm really surprised you like. There's nothing you're looking forward to indie wise.
Is there something I'm supposed to be looking forward to?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with it as much.
Let me see. What's the last thing that I saw? The little mouse game that we looked at.
I re-looked at that game.
That like kind of like Link's Awakening type of game. Mina's something. I forget already.
Mina Kuni.
No, I mean, fucking, okay. I haven't really had the time to do that. All I've been doing right now is just like playing Master Duel and fucking. I got back into Hotline Miami.
Oh, nice,
fucking game. Mm-hmm. It's really anxiety inducing. Holy shit! Like I forgot how intense it was.
I think I just realized something. Now that you mentioned anxiety, you know what I think caused my anxiety attack? playing fucking Catherine.
That's funny.
The puzzles stressed me out so fucking much that I had like physical
Yo, further
shakes.
down that game, it does get pretty hard. It
What
does get
happened?
ridiculous. So all right. Yeah, those are the things that we talked about last week. So now we finally
actually,
got.
hold on. No, there is a game I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Sorry. Wonderlands.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
beat
yeah, yeah.
the.
Danny
I just
got
beat
me.
the other one.
Danny got me playing the one shot.
The Assault on Dragon Keep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we played that for a little bit. I kind of liked it, but I know
It was
I know
funny.
the
It
real
was funny
Tiny
as fuck.
Tina. I know the real Tiny Tina one is a lot more fantasy based, and I'm willing to give that more of a
'cause-
try.
Okay, so with Assault on Dragon Keep, it's like it's just Borderlands 2 with a little bit of D&D in it.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's neat in its own right because
It was
there's a lot
fun
of content
because of
to
the
it. Yeah.
The
humor.
story. Yeah,
Yeah.
the humor in the story.
Yeah, the story was really nice. I thoroughly enjoyed that one because it's like after spoilers for anyone, it takes place like after like everything that happens and Tina's still like not over Roland's death.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just like coming to terms with it and accepting it.
It's just this is just her trying to get over it. Yeah, cope with it.
At the end,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what it's like. Roland, the
Yeah.
unstoppable. He can never die. No, he can never die. No, he's not dead. That's what he said.
Yeah. This shit brought chills fucking the first time I played it. I was like, oh no. Because it's really nice how they do put like the characters in too.
Yeah.
But no, Wonderlands, it's like they're just revamping everything, like just adding spells, different weapons, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it looks like it's what Borderlands 3 should have been, because 3 was super lackluster. I'm still gonna fucking hate on that game.
Well, I'll tell you guys right now. I'll probably get that game in a month or so after it comes out because
Wonderlands?
yeah,
Wonder.
because I'm gonna be playing Destiny because it comes out
What?
on Tuesday. So I will be very busy playing that and only that, and that includes Elden Ring because Elden Ring comes out that same week, but I'm not gonna be playing it. So, but my point was what I was gonna say was whenever I do get it, are we getting it for PC or are we getting it for PlayStation?
Well, I'm getting it. I have to get it for PlayStation. So how goes that?
Yeah,
So PlayStation it is.
Because I would definitely play with Randy if you want to play it. You know.
Oh hell
yeah! So make sure you get it for PlayStation so we could all play then.
Yeah.
Because I have I have 2 for Xbox, for PC, I have 1 for 360, PC as well. I think there's a 2K sale actually on PC. Oh no, there was a 2K sale on PC before. But Borderlands 3 is still 80% off of its $60 fucking regular price.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The game's not good.
I'm sick of Borderlands.
And if someone
I want to
wants
play
do some
fantasy
good,
stuff, so Tiny Tina is it.
Again, I liked it. I had
No,
my
but
fucking.
if you're gonna play Borderlands, just play 2.
Well, we have,
was
and
fun.
I still like. I enjoyed playing with you guys, but I can't play that game by myself anymore. Like,
Oh
I,
no,
I
well,
beat the
to be fair,
games.
we did stop at one of the slow parts.
I beat all 3 games, and I was just like, I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't want to play it again.
I've never
Letty and
beat
I,
it.
we played a little bit today, and
DLC. The DLCs are always really fun. The fucking I only did one for part 3.
Kevin,
The casino
I can
one.
hear you.
Yeah.
I'm just hitting buttons. I was trying to say it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing going on in the screen.
The casino was really fun. They just have really smart like side things to do, and those DLC, and they're really fun. From all the DLCs are always better than the main game for me.
Yeah. All right. So Tiny Tina. So I mean, it's agreed. I guess we could all play that one at some point. We'll play together. I mean, you guys obviously can play before I do, so you can get a head start. I'll be on something else. And then of course any other. I finally finished the bottle though, so I'm done. I took a nice big shot. So
well, you could take another shot of JMO. So you're gonna be playing what?
Shit, I'm not gonna be playing anything. I don't have a life.
Oh really?
I don't play games. Who plays games? Fuck that. No, video games are for losers.
Gamer Guardian? What? No.
It's just for show, guys.
All right.
It's all up front.
All right. So yeah, Tiny Tina. Make sure you get it on PlayStation. We'll go to the gaming beatdown. We'll finish that up right now. We only have a couple of or several battles to fight before we get to the final two that we could decide on. So, the first final fight we're going to is Godzilla
First
versus Colossal Titan.
Godzilla.
Godzilla's a lot more maneuverable than the Colossal Titan would be. And
Hence
definitely a lot more powers. So I would say Godzilla.
I kind of see Godzilla as well because
Look, jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but Godzilla can. So
yeah, and Godzilla's radiation being the way he's just smarter. I think when it comes to fighting, like on his level like that, and he would accidentally scratch and bite at those fucking weak parts in his neck and shit. You know?
Yeah, Godzilla versus Kong was pretty good. Like you could see that he was strategically trying to like beat his ass too.
doing different things. You know, constantly. Actually, Godzilla Kong wasn't that bad of a fight movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the story was stupid. I just wanted to see them pound each other, but the fight was really good.
You're not gonna have an Oscar worthy story with Godzilla versus Kong.
No, it could have been a lot worse. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, it's 3-3.
3v1. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. What would you have said, Kevin?
I honestly would have said Colossal.
Really? Why?
We're talking about from AOT, right? Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a human fighting an animal. As smart as Godzilla is, a person is probably smarter. So
but isn't he so much slower though? Like there's not much he can do in a slow state.
Hold on. Let's see what Godzilla's height is.
Yeah, and then that's the comparison.
I'm pretty sure Colossal Titan is taller.
I thought Godzilla would be. I don't know.
Nah, Godzilla's height varies. It all depends on like movies, animes, comics.
Is it the one that dropped?
Godzilla versus Kong.
Because that would be the most accurate. Right?
Or the most recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Let me look this up because I see like too many fucking numbers at the moment.
I mean, but regardless, like, does height really matter?
Yes.
I just want to know because like if he ends up ankle shanking him, it's fine.
Yeah, if he ankle shanking him, it's fine. Because the thing with Titans is more so, he can keep transforming, but if Godzilla just literally, I would say, stabs him through the Adam's apple, yeah, he's dead.
Well, okay, so here we go. Colossal Titan is 60 meters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Godzilla is almost 120. He's 119.8. So
he's twice as high.
He's twice.
He is
fucking.
Wait, he's almost twice. He's twice as. So he's twice as tall. Also, like when we had Colossal Titan pitting against the Titan from Shadow Colossus. So like Shadow Colossus Titan is just same height as Godzilla, to an extent, and then because I still think Godzilla will win.
Only because Godzilla. Godzilla can.
Randy, do I hear your brother debating on it?
Godzilla can move.
What?
Godzilla
can
move. But that's part of it.
Godzilla's gonna go
way faster than what you think. Like you see the fight against King Kong. You know, King Kong's this giant ape has like it moves way faster than the average human. Like apes do move faster, right? Like we all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
They can swing, and he keeps up, and he's able to knock him down, get him down, and beat him, and outmaneuver him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he is smarter. So that would be very similar to what Colossal Titan would be doing. You know, and he's this thing smaller, so he can definitely fucking get ahead of it if he needed to.
No, I don't attribute just intelligence.
Titan moves different. No, Colossal Titan moves a lot differently than the other ones because Armor Titan moves like so if we're putting if we're going like with the other ones, like the smaller ones, they move more like human like they actually they square the fuck up and they start swinging. Whereas Colossal, he kind of just like he mopes around, like he has a very leisurely thing with him, or he drags his face along as they show later on.
Mm-hmm. Because there's
So
So
another.
he doesn't have like the dexterity of like throwing elbows or high knees or whatever the fuck.
He's
The,
just big for.
the
He's
thing
big for no
is,
reason.
the thing is that intelligence isn't the whole thing, because like if we're going based off Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla also faces off of Mecha Godzilla, which was like kind of half AI, half what was it? What was the Hydra dude? Like that
yeah,
was
but
his
it
mind
gets
in
Ghidorah?
there.
it gets double
Ghidorah, King
teamed
Ghidorah,
to
yeah.
lose. So, but it gets
Yeah.
double teamed to lose. So you can't really go through that. Technically, they
I mean,
all
he
have
so
to
he
go.
can handle Kong, he can handle Mecha Godzilla, but he can't
Yeah.
handle Colossal Titan. Like I find that hard to believe.
I agree. I definitely think that.
If we pit Godzilla against like Aaron, then
Yeah,
Aaron
maybe.
might have it.
Aaron might
possibly,
actually
perhaps.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like because it's well, no, not protect armor. It's just like super
Plot
ruthless,
armor.
like straight fucking. No, he would still melt actually. Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the thing.
I
The
mean,
thing is,
obviously
the
Godzilla
radiation
just
would
needs that one shot, but Aaron could run circles around him for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but what if Godzilla is like fuck it, atomic fart, and then
it's super effective.
It's super effective.
No, I think honestly, Godzilla. It's not only height. It's the radiation because
yeah.
it's gonna eat at that time, and it's like not even skin. It's just muscles. So it's like there's no
Man,
protection over that. So it doesn't matter how hot he gets. Godzilla's literally gonna shred him. The most he's gonna do is probably get through like a couple layers of skin before Godzilla smashes this man like a potato. Yeah, just
and hold him down and just blast his head.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna do. Hold him down 1 foot and just blast him and then go, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, I don't think Godzilla would be smart enough to figure out immediately the whole nape, the neck nape thing. But if Godzilla is going for the head, he's bound to hit that spot.
Yeah, you don't know what this thing is.
you don't got to
It's
worry about the
just-
nape if you just send like a fucking big fuck off nuclear beam at them.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah.
chest, he's dead.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna hit
Yeah.
regardless. It's gonna hit regardless. That's the thing, because Godzilla is smart enough that he's like, I'm gonna hit the spot that it's unavoidable for you to dodge, and it's gonna be either the chest or like one of the limbs. And Colossal Titan is not mobile as much as the other Titans, so it's gonna be difficult for him to even avoid it. And if he does avoid it, Godzilla can just hold it, and then it's just a stream following you. And I don't know. It's a bad match. It's a bad match. I can see that as what is it, 9-1 odds of Titan
Yeah.
winning. Nine times out of 10 he will lose. But yeah,
All right.
it's a bad match.
So we're all right. So we're saying Godzilla then.
Yeah.
All right. So Godzilla won that one. Now we got Sephiroth versus Darkseid from Kingdom Hearts, the
Sephiroth.
giant
Oh.
shadow.
Sephiroth.
Oh, come on, John. Yeah. that's
That
not
one's
even-
Sephiroth.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
bro.
He got beat by Key and Magic. I'm dragging it.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Sephiroth.
Now-
I really don't think.
Please, Randy, please, Randy, please don't get too much into the lore. But I'm asking a question here. Does Darkseid get affected by regular weapons, or is it only light weapons like the Keyblades and such?
I think it's
No, that's what I was gonna check because isn't Masamune infused with light or is it darkness?
I mean, he's a dark
Sounds
character. I don't think it's infused
No,
with
no,
anything.
but the weapon itself, because
No, it's just it's
No,
a
Masamune-
weapon. It's a
Masuma's
weapon
not
he's
a
had
Leo.
since he was human, since he was regular, a regular person.
I say Masamune is a sword. And
Yeah.
his power is coming from him because he kind of fuses with his sword and has like a tentacle thing come out of it that looks
Right.
like it, but that's it. He doesn't have Masamune anymore.
The power is from
But
Genova,
his-
so his sword isn't what's powered.
And it's all Square Enix, which is fireballs and shit like that. Which, fireball. does not
Very
go all that
true.
shit,
So
but
you
not
don't
affect
necessarily
him.
need a Keyblade because you could use magic spells, right?
It's still the
And that's also I was gonna
Donald-
look up his
because
whole
Donald,
kit.
Donald Goofy can attack because Donald Goofy also hurts him. And
I mean, you don't have to look too
you
far
don't
for
have to-
Sephiroth's.
No,
You don't have to look too far for
Goofy,
Sephiroth's kit.
Donald and Goofy do not fight Darkseid at all.
Yeah, he only
never
fights
do.
him on the beach, right?
He only
Before he meets
fights
him.
Sora in the beach.
And
Multiple Darkseids fight Aqua within the realm of darkness.
Yeah.
But not once do Donald and Goofy ever
Okay.
encounter Darkseid.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
that's true.
Yeah, so let's get that sorted.
Let's get it sorted. Don't get that shit messed up.
Understand.
Thank you,
Understand.
Understand. Period.
Excuse me.
So
It doesn't seem like he has any light
he has Meteor
magic.
and Ultima.
But is that light? Like, hello?
It doesn't matter,
Oh,
but
yeah.
because Sora uses regular magic spells on
Yeah.
Darkseid, and
Sorry.
Fireball. I
Yeah.
mean, he does fireball as well. That's actually one of the
Thundara.
things he does. Hits everybody with a fireball.
If we're going, yeah, because then it would work. Because you don't have the magic ready in your first encounter with Darkseid, but you have it when you face them as Aqua, so you can just throw like whatever the fuck you want at them. So yeah, by rights, Sephiroth can use his Sephiroth can use his magic.
You
and
have
just,
you
fuck
have
him
your
up.
magic when you first fight him.
Mm-mm.
No,
no,
on the
you
island,
don't,
no,
because
you
it's
don't.
very early in the game.
On your island, you don't have any magic at all, sir. I'm gonna have to fucking
Oh wait,
school
no,
your ass
but
right now.
you choose. That's the first thing you do. You choose your.
No, you pick your
Choose your
weapon.
equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you
because
can
it's
choose. You can choose the shield, the magic wand, or the.
Your
or
but
class.
the
you
Your
don't have any
class.
spells though.
You don't have any spells.
I could have swore you had the one, but
Mm-mm.
No, you don't have any spells at all. You
No,
get
you
you
put-
get
Oh, sorry,
abilities
it
if you
said-
like cheese it for a
it said
bit, but
attacking,
you
yeah.
don't. What is it? You don't get fire until you're in Traverse Town because you could use that on
Yeah,
Leon.
that sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Sephiroth for sure.
Sephiroth it
I
is.
feel like you fight him. I feel like you really do fight him again. And is it in the colossal, the Coliseum?
Oh, well, that doesn't count
You
for the
count-
story.
you're not counting that?
fucking-
Doesn't matter.
No.
You still,
I mean, but
yeah, right,
regardless,
the
even if you
Colosseum-
did fight
the
him in a
Colosseum-
Coliseum, you using magic against it, it still works.
I know, but I just remember doing it and cheating him with magic. That's all.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
No, but you
That's
can
why I'm like,
definitely
I
use
remember
magic on
doing
it
that.
because
I know-
technically, Birth by Sleep 0.2 takes place before fucking like 1, and you do use magic on them, so they are affected by it.
Randy, since we're on the topic, how's your stuff going? So you could have your full Kingdom Hearts episode.
There might need to be an extra edition because Letty got me Melody of Memory, and I'm gonna play the music game. So
Wait, what do you mean
Nice.
extra edition? Like we were making 2 episodes?
no, as I'm saying, like more to the notes.
Oh, okay.
Because
You're making
Melody
revisions.
of Memory is canon.
Yeah. Well, all of them are
Yeah.
pretty much.
Because what I love about it, it's just gonna be a small thing. So Melody of Memory, the whole acronym is MOM, right?
Mom,
Yeah, which
duh.
is also for Master of Masters, which is what Lucio is, which is who is Brain, who is Zigbar.
I have no idea who any of these people are. Let's please
Randy.
move on
Yeah,
because
no,
I
that's what
don't
I
want a
was gonna say,
history
like,
lesson.
Just the cool thing is just that it's like it's the same acronym for the game is the same acronym for the main antagonist being the Master of
Okay.
Masters, which is
And-
really fucking cool.
And the same acronym used in that game is also a parent.
Yes,
Mom.
The more you know.
which the funny thing is that there was a lot of memes where they would like make him very maternal, just like scolding the character. Whatever, it's just stupid.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Sephiroth as the winner there. Now we have oh shit, I just realized. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
talk about it later. Now the next one we have is the what is the Xeno? Oh my god, what are they
Xenomorph?
called?
Xenomorph?
The Xenomorphs versus the Hive.
Didn't we do this one?
No. We had Hive versus
No.
Boxhead, and we had the Xenomorphs versus Nemesis last episode.
The Hive is from what? Destiny.
The
No,
Hive
the
from
Hive-
Destiny.
No. Yeah.
Take
I
a
thought the
shot.
flood for a second. My bad.
Yeah, I thought the same. I was like, Hive?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
Mhm.
take a shot because you did say Destiny.
No.
No, you said the word.
No.
You said the word.
No.
You said the
This
word.
involves the game.
No,
But I
you said
asked
the
you.
word.
What was the
Damn
problem?
it.
You said
Yo,
that.
you
Look,
answered it.
saying the Hive
I
was
hate you
fine,
guys.
but it's because you said the Hive from.
All right,
Destiny.
I'm taking this right here. I'm taking this swig.
Oh man.
Here's to you, sir.
This is sabotage at its finest.
Ah.
Oh, fuck me. Hold on, I gotta get a shot glass because I mentioned the Melody of Memory.
Yeah,
which
you
is the
you
Kingdom Hearts-
mentioned
yeah.
the whole fucking
Yeah.
series.
Take
yeah.
a shot.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
All right, so yeah, Xenomorphs versus the Hive. To be honest, I would
I
still
got
say the hive.
xenomorphs.
I would still say the hive, and that's mostly because I know xenomorphs will last a very long time in a fight between the hive because the acid blood and they're fucking ferocious as hell. Like they can tear through most of the army, but the hive still has the technology and the intelligence to get through xenomorphs.
But can I ask a question? What
No,
happens if a xenomorph? What happens if a xenomorph infects a hive member?
Well, so the thing is that all right. So that's fair. That's a fair argument. But with xenomorphs, if a face hugger got onto a hive and eventually turns into another like hive hybrid xenomorph thing,
Mm-hmm.
that takes quite a while for that transition to happen. So like and I would still argue within that time frame they can still eradicate most of the xenomorphs if they had if we're talking
But
about an
the
army of
hive,
xenomorphs versus hive.
but the hives, like when you play, the hives, one of the biggest weaknesses is run up and punch him in the face
Mm-hmm.
and dead.
Oh
And
yeah,
all
you
xenomorphs
want
can-
to you want to try to do that to an ogre or a knight? Yeah, go ahead and tell me if that really works.
You
I
know
get
what?
it, but it's gonna be outrun from
You're
the
thinking
fucking.
of the lowly like trash mobs, but I'm also thinking of the giant ogres, the giant knights,
Okay.
the
So
bosses. Like I'm talking
okay.
even Savathun, the witch queen. Like they
You
can
know what's
all
wonderful?
handle it.
You know what's
Yeah,
absolutely
and then you
wonderful?
have
Okay, he
the
could talk
hives
about this
all
without
have.
taking a shot.
No, not that. For the same way that he talks about like the same confusion he feels when he talks about Destiny is I'm sure the same confusion that he
Kingdom
feels when I go
Hearts.
on my shit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He talk. He
Because I was like, wow, I know none of what he's saying.
Yo, I was looking at the monitor.
Well,
I was looking at
so
my turned off monitor, confused.
what I'm pretty much saying, my argument is that Danny's argument is that he can go through all like the little creatures that like do like stupid melees and stuff. They don't hold guns. They're trash mobs. But
Yeah.
there are other creatures in the hive, like literally giant ogreish type monsters and knights, which are like armored like walking tanks with shields and swords, and some of them have guns. And like there's a bunch of different
Oh
breeds
yeah, those are cool. I
of
like them.
hive.
I like the ones with the melee weapons.
Yeah. So what my argument is that they can absolutely eradicate the xenomorphs because I know the
second,
xenomorphs will go through a lot of them, but the hive could handle it eventually.
Eventually, but that's the problem.
What do you mean it's a
yeah,
problem? As
I
long as the
mean-
job is done.
No, but what I'm
I
saying,
think
Is
I
the
think they're gonna get
xenomorphs are
overwhelmed.
smart, and
I don't
They're
think
way
they're smart.
smarter.
They're completely instinctive.
No,
They're
but
completely
also,
instinctive.
instinct is pretty fucking good. Because the thing is that if you want to go, how to put it, it's more bloodlust against tactics. So
Uh-huh.
it's very like w- they'll give up one to take down two.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so the xenomorphs
So
kind of could overpower what the hive
But
is
so do the
because
hive.
of
The hive have a
brutality.
hierarchy too. They have thralls, which are the little trash mobs. They'll go and
and the
attack
trash
and do the
the,
melee
the
stuff
trash
Nerd.
the trash
while the
mobs are
giant
the
monsters are
little
shooting.
Nerd.
the average little trash mob is never gonna have anything on the average
No, I don't
hive.
I don't think so either.
Xenomorph
Xenomorphs.
trash
I don't
mob.
think so either. I
So
agree
those
with
are
you on
just.
that.
So I truly believe that the like they'll take out 10 for every one of those. So those are you can't even like count those almost because they're almost useless. The only ones that would have anything to do would be like the bigger ogres tank ones, but then they're gonna outsmart them. You know, going okay if I
But
sacrifice
they can
you, you
take
can blow the
on
fuck up, and then
they could
that
take
will kill
on
that
and
one.
destroy intelligent beings such as guardians, which are human beings that are practically immortal.
I mean, xenomorphs are meant to destroy all types of different types of worlds. They literally you
Makes
put
sense.
one on the earth, and
There. It's
it's the ultimate. It's the ultimate virus. They call it. That's the whole purpose of it. It actually
See,
can't
because
be
okay,
defeated, and they
here's
don't usually get actually. They've never really been defeated. If you think
here's
about
kind of
it.
how I see it going. If anything, it could go either way in the sense that if they do send out a lot of thralls because of said hierarchy, if the thralls do end up getting infected with the face huggers and become like vessels for like baby xenomorphs and shit, at some point the hive has to realize, hey, maybe we shouldn't let out the weaker ones, and we should probably
But
try to send out the stronger ones to fuck them up. Hold on,
that's
wait,
what
wait.
I'm saying. They're smart enough
But
to do
then,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But
but
if
then
there's a thrall recall, right, and they kind of like limit their numbers, like if they limit the fodder to kind of go out, then that leaves all the stronger ones kind of exposed to the xenomorphs.
And
But
So
the
it
stronger
could make
ones,
a gap
I
in
still
their
feel
shit.
like the stronger ones
It's-
are they can handle an assault on xenomorphs.
you,
I
you-
mean, they did lose to a 5-man rate of, you know, a strike or whatever the case. Just saying,
Yeah,
their king was taken down by a dude with a pistol.
yeah.
just saying.
I truly believe that. And
Uh,
fucking xenomorphs took out all types of fucking armies with pistols and things of such. So I really think that xenomorphs would
okay.
The
overrun
only
them.
reason and I agree with the xenomorphs, and it's mainly because if you throw out the knights and all these stronger units, eventually it's going to get to a point that the xenomorphs are going to start overwhelming them, and then
Yeah.
getting a face hugger in, and then that's it. It's literally rinse and repeat.
Well, I'm clearly
They'll-
outnumbered.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm playing like both sides because I do see both of them working out. The only thing that the xenomorphs could definitely have on them is when it comes to the hybrids. If there is a knight xenomorph hybrid, that's where it gets kind of fucky.
Yeah.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
It it just becomes really difficult in that part because like if you're putting base against base, then all right, you know, maybe the hive could go for that. But then when it comes to adapting, that's where the xenomorphs do come into play. But coming,
It's the difficult
I feel like
part.
the Cabal would definitely do something against the xenomorphs because they're more tactical. Like they're like the Romans, if anything. Like their whole thing is war.
They're not the thing is with them is they're not tactical in the sense that they're smart. They're just all about power. They're all about brute force.
Of course.
I wouldn't call them tactical in the sense that they were like intelligent in that sense. And I could be wrong, but from my understanding is just they're more brute force and take everything with power type of thing. And I don't think they would win. I don't think they would win. Hive are highly more intelligent. They have a lot more to lose because with the lore with the Hive is that the evil that they're doing, they don't want to do it. They're forced to do it. They have to do it in order to continue to survive because of these gods that kind of took over their lives. And if they stop killing things, then the worms kill them.
Okay.
The gods kill them. So
that's terrible.
Yeah, so they're kind of
Even if
stuck.
So
They're kind of
have-
stuck in this situation.
So I have a question. If the xenomorph takes over or like makes a baby, would the xenomorph still have the worm? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's potentially possible that after they turn into a xenomorph hive hybrid, that a worm could be like, all right, I'm going to infect you now. You're a part of my thing, and you're going to be the new
Oh, the
king.
fucking Uno reverse card?
Yeah, that's where I saw the
It's
problem.
possible, but it's not. I don't want you to think.
Oryx as a xenomorph?
I don't want you to
Hello?
think that there's like 100,000 different worms. Like there are very specific worms only for the only the top of the hierarchy. For example, Savathun,
like
the Witch
cape
Queen,
or ring.
well,
you
for
know?
like the royalty basis, pretty much like the Taken
Yeah,
King,
again,
Oryx,
yeah, cape.
Savathun, the Witch Queen, Zivu Arath, which is pretty much another. I don't know if it's a he or she actually. I'm
They
not sure
them.
if it's they them.
them.
Get the
Sure,
pronouns right.
it's a they them. You know, Oryx the Prince. I'm sorry, not Oryx. Crota the Prince. Like those they had worms because they were the top tier. But the lower tier stuff don't have worms, but they have to follow the rest of them in order to survive as well.
Oh yeah, so then I see it being a problem later on. So I just want to
the
ask this.
xenomorph hive would not follow the orders of the
Of
hierarchy.
the hierarchy.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Maybe they have a way to resist that.
But how would the
That's
thing
all
is,
theoretical for you know. I mean, you can say the you know they have the xenomorphs have queens and kings and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like
They
then you
do.
get into like
They do. Yeah.
theoretically what can they do? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
lots
No,
of
but
theoreticals.
I mean,
Imagine if
regardless.
If you look at what we know, what we've seen, and what we
Regardless
have,
of the what ifs, like you guys have already sided clearly over xenomorphs over me. So I mean, xenomorph wins regardless.
yeah.
punch that xenomorph right in the throat because it's
I'm
done.
I'm still in the middle. Hold on, I'm still very much in the middle. I'm about to like I'm about to like toss a coin in this one.
Go ahead. And then the viewer
I
decides.
don't know, because the thing is also like earlier in the argument was that xenomorphs are instinctive, so they're more likely to win because they're instinctive. But like for me, because the Hive are intelligent and they have this will to live because of that situation that they're in with the worms and such, like they have this instinct of winning.
They have everything to lose.
They have everything to lose. So their whole civilization, for that matter. So they would think and strategically be more cautious over how to fight these things.
I'm about to make a bad joke. So you're telling me that they're both using Ultra Instinct? Oh my god! Give me a high five. No. Okay.
How
But,
do you
then,
kick
but then,
somebody out?
that's when you get into the case. The second that they tried to like, okay, we need to back up. It's how they get caught because that's when
that
they
one
start.
break
That's when they
in
start
offense.
Exactly. That's when they start breeding and stuff like that. It just
Well,
extremely overwhelmed because
the Hive
is a-
when it comes to the Hive,
remember,
they
remember
don't
made
really
it.
back up. They don't really back off. They're all so think of it, Danny, like in terms of like the Zerg from StarCraft. They're all about numbers. So like the
Zerg
more
versus xenomorphs. Hello, what are we
yeah,
doing?
so well, that's pretty much what we're talking about. It's the Hive is very much equivalent to the Zerg
No.
because Zerg are just as intelligent. They're a hive mind, yes, but they're still intelligent regardless. So, but the Hive,
they're a lot more like the xenomorphs.
the Hive are individually intelligent, but they still follow a hierarchy, but they're all about numbers. They're all about overwhelming the enemy.
So are xenomorphs.
So xenomorphs can like tear through a lot of the trash mobs, but once they get to the big stuff, like I don't think they can handle it.
Well, what does the Alien Queen have to say about it?
Alien Queen doesn't do anything. It's already known. Alien Queen literally just sits there and lays eggs.
Yeah,
which is what makes them dangerous. Their ability to wrap. Once they start to replicate, the longer the battle goes, the more xenomorphs are extremely outnumber them. Where their numbers aren't going to keep increasing; it's just going to be decreasing.
What, the xenomorphs?
No, the hive. The hive is always going to be decreasing, whereas the xenomorph is going to be increasing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
But how are they increasing if they're killing everything? They're not ingesting or incubating everything. Like
it's not just incubate. Remember,
they're destroying everything.
They once they start laying their eggs and stuff like that, then they can have multiple queens.
Well, the thing,
so it's very easy.
The argument is still just xenomorphs in general. Like we're not talking about face huggers, the xenomorphs. The face huggers. If you want to argue with the face huggers, I can understand that. Like some of them here and there are going to attach to some hive, but the ingestion period and turning into a fucking little xenomorph worm initially takes a while before anything actually happens. But the argument is a full xenomorph from the video games.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, I guess an army of them. If you want to put them on par together, is an army of xenomorphs, not face huggers, xenomorphs.
Mm-hmm.
So I would still think like, yes, they'll tear a bunch of them apart, but because of the sheer numbers, that both of them have, they're both dwindled down, sure, but then the xenomorphs still have the bigger ones to deal with: the ogres, the knights, the kings, the queens. Ogres are fucking huge. And they still have this like blast that they can shoot you from miles away and kill you still. They've killed guardians that way. So like ogres can shoot you from afar and still take a hit if they got too close. Like so I know I know. Yeah, they do. They pretty much it's a solid straight beam. And in fact, as a guardian, when you're playing the game, that beam fucks you up really bad. Not only damage wise.
Yeah, I know.
Not only damage wise, but it pushes you back. Like it throws you back. But so you can't even aim down sights.
What if one of the xenomorphs, right, like jumped up and then kind of like skied on the beam, like Goku did against Kefla?
Well, wait, I don't know anything about that yet. Don't mention that yet.
Randy.
My final vote is going to be Xenomorph. So
Xenomorphs.
I'm kind of.
I think I'm still outnumbered. I think I'm going to lose this. What do you guys think?
No, that beam does kind of make a difference for sure. 'Cause I mean,
What
what are you gonna do? Run sideways? There's another beam going to you. Like, hello.
I mean, to play the other side, I could see xenomorphs being agile enough to dodge and kind
Not
of
even
like
just being
weave
agile.
around.
They know how to get into the cracks. They're able to get into the cracks to sneak up on everything.
Mhm.
You know, that's how.
Oh, there is that too. It's
It's-
not
you
just
know,
full frontal assault.
yeah,
It is
isn't
also
there-
like
they're not for full frontal assault. They're definitely not. They're scared of shot. You know.
Yeah, that's a
on
good
purpose,
point.
so-
That's a good point.
Isn't their like main enemy the fucking predators? And they're like they adapted to fighting them for years, so they have a lot of battle experience.
Yeah.
Of,
They
and
do.
and these motherfuckers have the ability to go invisible or camouflage to the point that
Mhm.
it's almost invisibility, and they've
Yeah.
adapted
Yeah,
to that.
they hunt the xenomorphs like trophies.
Yeah,
They had Xenomorph like trophies, and most of them don't win.
yeah.
Only the good ones do. You know.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So it's I still say xenomorphs just because of the these motherfuckers are like vermin. The moment they're in your house, just give up the house. Just
Yeah.
give it up.
But so were the hive.
but
But
the
not as
xenomorphs do
much
have
as-
like stealth on them.
Yeah.
What? That's a
you
yeah.
You sneaking up on me as a knight is like who goes there? Acid in the throat.
I guess that's a good point.
You can't sneak around in fucking
But
in
you
Tim's
jump up
like.
there,
Uh-huh.
you fucking
You're
snap
out
right
in
in
this
the head,
bitch.
right in the brain with his fucking little mouth thing. Just jump up there, stab right in the brain, dead. Next.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
I fucking
that's
love the Xenomorph. It was such a fucking great enemy.
Yeah, well, why don't you fucking marry them then, huh?
Think about it, like the whole beginning concept. I don't know where they wanted to bring in the whole like predator and them being just purely just for sport and
Mhm.
eradicating planets, but like from part one, if you just think of the first one was Sigourney Weaver, somebody chose to go, okay, their blood is acid, they can replicate, they can the face huggers, they fucking have the
They're the
teeth things to
perfect
come out, they
perfect
have
weapon.
claws.
They're
Yeah,
literally
like
the
you
perfect
gave
vermin.
these monsters so much shit from jump. It wasn't like they adapted throughout the movies. This was part one.
Okay.
No
Yo.
real story.
Yo, you know,
it's
I
interesting.
mean, acid blood. That's it. You kind of sealed the deal.
Like,
Can
yeah,
I tell you? Can I tell you what exactly the xenomorph reminds me of? And I know I'm gonna go on.
And that
It's a
one
bit
got
of a
away
stretch. Yeah,
when they
yeah.
first show it.
The xenomorph reminds me of Dio and how Iraqi dealt with Dio, because he was so overpowered that the writer did not know how to defeat him, and he
Yeah.
had to make the most ass pull way to win. And that's
Yeah.
the same. That's the same thing I think
Yeah,
of. Like,
yeah.
yeah, and I think that's the same way I think
agree.
of the xenomorph, because it's like nobody actually beats the xenomorph. And it's not.
Yeah,
I'm not saying. I'm not saying it in the sense of like they're invincible. You can kill one. Yes, they're mortal. But it's
Yeah.
to defeat the colony of xenomorph. It's almost
If you
impossible.
think about it, in any of the movies, they actually never die. They always live.
There's at least
somehow.
always one survives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
yo,
they
you
spread
know,
again.
Kind of an interesting
You-
concept of and they started spreading and started all over. So it's kind of interesting concept of they actually never lost in any of
Okay.
the movies.
Yo, hold on.
Huh,
One more time.
One more thing. One more thing. That's it.
Okay,
Last person.
So the same thing that I was gonna say is like we should have did this. It would have been so amazing. The Thing, if
Ooh.
it got
What thing?
infected, if it got
The
infected
Thing.
by
What
if it got
thing?
infected by a xenomorph,
The Thing.
What thing?
the movie,
The Thing from the
fuck-
Thing.
the thing from the thing,
What
Yeah.
thing?
The
movie.
Thing from the Thing.
It's like, what are you watching?
So
What's
so
it?
what's it? All right. So yeah.
Faith
because
No More.
We're I don't want to run too long on time. So I'm writing it off right here. Xenomorph won that. I
Hell
was
yeah.
the only one pretty much. So apparently I didn't think about this, but now we have a three-way battle.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo,
So we got
it's-
we got a
fucking
three-way
Green
battle for the
Dinosaur.
final
Welcome
final
to the
battle.
Freaky Guardian.
This is the final battle. Godzilla versus Sephiroth versus the Xenomorphs.
Sephiroth. That's not even a match, bro.
Sephiroth.
And I would still say Sephiroth.
I would agree.
It
Just
was
because
rigged.
it was rigged from it was rigged.
It was rigged from the beginning.
I read that shit for some, bro. But if you let's say you take away the destroying the planet fucking move,
The
right?
meteor move, yeah.
Let's say you take that away because that makes it a fucking KO, right?
Mm-hmm.
A triple KO or something because you have no fucking planet after that, right? He still can fucking just outclass any one of those fucking things and just destroy it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, maybe Godzilla would have the best.
Put up a fight with him.
Put up the best fight to last, but like, how long can he last? Because this guy is just so strong.
So
like he's shooting beams and all type of shit. And he's so agile that he's literally flying around on one wing.
Yo, play that one wing angel for the one time.
Nope.
Just play it in your head. That's fine.
That copyright strike will hit hard.
Exactly. It's gonna hit hard as that 999. You know what I'm talking about?
What if we do an acapella version?
Oh man,
I don't think there would be a hit for that. Actually, I'm not too sure.
Let's not do it.
Would you? No, I don't want to. But yeah, would you? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, the argument. Go ahead.
I would say it would be Sephiroth. It's clean because he's classified as a planet destroyer, and that's not an easy title to get in video game and anime. They have that list of people that are, and he's there, especially with the comet move. But he's going to outmaneuver them. He has a lot of firepower, so I think the first one, and we can all agree, that's going to get wiped out first is the Xenomorph. Off rip, he getting wiped out first. He's straight up getting obliterated. In seconds. The moment the fight starts, game, he's gone. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Godzilla's Omnislash?
Omnislash. Godzilla just looks at him like, oh man, what's going on here? What the dog doing? And then that's it. He's gone.
Wait, do you remember? I'm not sure. I think it was Kevin. You never played the original Final Fantasy VII?
I've never played it.
So there's a scene in Final Fantasy VII where Cloud is going through some memories of his experiences with Sephiroth, and they're not really his memories, but that's beside the point. But he's going through memories. Yeah, there is X, but he's going through memories of him, his interactions with Sephiroth and fighting with Sephiroth. And there's this, there's a part where you run into a random battle, and you fight a giant dragon, and this giant dragon hits you for 99999 and automatically kills you pretty much. But Sephiroth still sits there like it was like brushes it off like it was nothing, and then hits it about 2 or 3 times and then kills it. And that's what I'm picturing myself right now with the battle with Godzilla is pretty much that same thing. Like he's gonna get hit and brush it off and just like and then done.
Except he's 10 times stronger than even at that point.
Yeah, and that was him as a normal person. Yeah, that's a good point. That was him before. That was him before. That was him before he was in the live stream.
That was before the patch notes, and he got buffed like 3 times. Bless you. Cough.
I mean, he was never really normal though to begin with.
No,
because he always had Genova cells within him.
Right, but he didn't know until a certain point. Yeah,
but still, fucking.
Can we just all agree that Sephiroth was built different, and that's it? Just give him the W.
He was cracking those eggshells right there. You know,
he was just like, you know what? I'm a practice. You know what? I wonder, how did Sephiroth get like what amount of training did he go to be like, I'm gonna summon a fucking meteor to destroy the place? Like what?
Well, so the meteor, there's a lore in that, because that was the whole point in him gaining the black materia in the story. His whole goal in the story was for him to gain a piece of materia, the black materia, which was in order to bring a comet to the Earth, or I think they call it Terra. I think that's what their planet is called. To bring a meteor to the planet and not necessarily to destroy the planet. Was it destroy the planet? But pretty much hurt the planet to a point where the life stream had to come out and heal the planet, so that way Genova could suck up all the life force from it and destroy it. So that whole meteor thing, the only reason why it exists is because he wanted to hit the planet hard enough in order to damage it, in order for Mother Earth, in a sense, to try to heal itself. And then Genova, this alien, tries to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna steal your life force now because you're trying to heal the planet."
But can I say something? And I went and got away with it too. If it wasn't for those damn
pesky soldiers.
It's just 3 people just blocked the meteor with their bodies. It's just like, nah, you're not getting it.
I'm gonna take 9999 on that.
Exactly, easy.
But I think Sephiroth's still gonna beat Godzilla and Xenomorphs. All of them.
Yeah, Godzilla is just gonna take a little bit longer, maybe like 9 slashes rather than 3.
Just an extra second that the Xenomorph.
Yeah.
Sephiroth and Godzilla is like the battle between what's his face and the mountain that is the turtle.
Noctis and
Noctis and Adamantoise. Yeah, right. So yeah, and Senior McGuffin agrees. Like Sephiroth is just too OP. Like he'll beat anything and everyone. Like honestly.
Yeah.
Who won the last one again?
Kirby. Sucking Chuck.
All right.
Sephiroth versus Kirby. Let's play.
You want to do Sephiroth versus Kirby?
Kirby.
Sure.
Kirby. All for it.
So are we saying that it's potentially Kirby? Wow, my ink is.
It's God versus God.
Potentially Kirby can win this if he sucks up Sephiroth.
Wait, but can I ask a question? Can we do a champion? So we could do 10. We could have 10 people that win from different events, and then have it be unanimous. So it could be an actual final battle royale, which is every character.
That involves me looking into our old battles. I can't do that.
No. I'm talking about like all the champions. Like if we have Kirby and then we have Sephiroth and then 8 more people that win different tournaments
on other games in the future.
Yeah, in other games. If you have Kirby versus Sephiroth, Kirby's smoking. All for it. He got the second Chuck.
So y'all want to save this debate now, or you want to save this for later?
Let's save it for later.
Okay. All right. So we got a potential Kirby versus Sephiroth. I never thought I'd be saying that sentence. A potential Kirby versus Sephiroth in the future.
You kind of smell
like a baka.
Eren Yeager. I don't know, but Eren Yeager.
Oh man! All right, so that ends our gaming beatdown. Sephiroth is the winner for this gaming beatdown, as we discussed before. Last time we played this, Kirby ended up winning over a bunch of characters. We'll think about a theme next time for another gaming beatdown. In the meantime, whenever we do play any games, it's usually guess the game. Like we'll do screenshots or guess the game sound effects or soundtrack additions and stuff like that. So join us for the live episodes if you guys want to join in on it. If anything, the video versions of guess the game, like screenshots and such, like I tend to edit that out in the audio podcast because obviously that doesn't work for those people who are listening. So it benefits you to join us live and interact with us, have fun with us, and dance with Kevin, because apparently he's dancing on camera right now.
I'm not even listening to anything.
So that ends the show right now with Sephiroth beating everybody. Don't forget to check out the website, actually not the Gamer Guardian. It is www.gamerguardians.net. That'll give you the links to all the podcast links, audio versions and video versions, as well as gaming reviews that I do for the Coalition as well. Hopefully, you guys check that out and read the reviews and stuff. I do a lot of reviews for indie games, but also some AAA games as well. And Boneless Bones, he does some streaming as well. So Boneless.
What the hell is up, guys? It's your man Boneless Bones back at it again with these lovely peeps. And yes, I do stream on my own channel at twitch.tv/boneless bones_TV. And I love to see you guys over there. I also have a YouTube, Boneless Bones _TV. And I love to see you guys over there as well. Stay beautiful and love you guys.
Also, if you guys notice on the website, we also do health potion segments of the podcast. So the health potion segments, we talk about gaming community wise, mental health issues that people deal with, depression, anxiety, ADHD, things like that, anger management. toxic communities. What I believe was our last episode that we did, and I still have to edit out another anger issue with gaming. So yeah, check that out if you guys are interested in kind of trying to better yourself and doing some self-help stuff. Not professionals, but we understand where you're coming from, so we try to about the issues that we deal with gamers. So check that out. We'll see you guys next week, and you take care. Bye, everybody.
Later, guys. Bye bye.
All right.